Hey guys, and welcome to Inspirations for Your Life. For those of you celebrating Easter today, the Lord has risen. A happy Easter. If you recently celebrated Passover, I hope you had a great Passover. So, this is Series 5. It is Show 15, and this is day 2. So, we'll get into that in just a moment. If this is your very first time joining me, I want to say thank you and welcome. If you've been here many times before, of course, thank you and welcome back. It's always great to have people that enjoy the quality and content of the show that I put together here. Really do appreciate that. If you guys, ladies and gentlemen, have been here before or not, don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. And ladies and gentlemen, we are on the countdown here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days until the dedication of my brand new book. And on the 18th, it opens for public sale. All right, guys, and it ships on May 1st. So, really excited about that. It is a hardcover book, and really excited about that. If you guys are thirsty, if you're hungry, I don't want you to be famished or anything like that. So, please do go ahead and grab something and come on back to the show. But without any further ado, guys, let's get this started. This is Inspirations for Your Life, and the master topic for the week is how to rise into what's next in your life. Okay. When we think about this, this is actually today's topic is how to rise into what's next in your life. Series 5, Show 15, episode number 2. And I'm John C. Moore, ladies and gentlemen, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student, and a passionate lifelong learner. And yes, soon I will be a published author. When something old loses power, something new can finally begin. This is all about renewal, courage, clarity, movement, and living hope and becoming proof that change is possible. So, the granular topic for today, for Sunday, April 5th, 2026, is rise before you feel ready. I know that sounds hard for a lot of people because they don't want to rise until, they feel 100% comfortable. But let's face it, guys, if you're waiting for yourself to be comfortable, you're never going to be comfortable. You've got to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. So number 1, guys, is move before certainty arrives. Clarity is created through motion, not waiting. That's the truth, guys. Number 2, readiness grows in the motion that we have. You become prepared by doing, not thinking. By doing, not thinking. That's important, guys. A lot of people I know want to do stuff, but then they procrastinate about, well, when should I start? When should I do it? And that's a very, very big problem. So readiness grows in motion as you become prepared by doing, not thinking. The more you do, the more you learn, the more you can, let's say, figure out what you've done right and what you might need to, let's say, change or pivot so that it comes out better next time. Number 3, guys, courage comes after the first step. Nobody ever wants to take that first step. Let's be honest. Action builds bravery in real time. A wise person once said to me, John, do the thing you fear most. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. So do that first. Your courage will show up and everything else will seem easier for you. All right. Number 4, you do not need perfect proof. Progress does not require guarantees. Some people think it does, and they're still sitting on the bench waiting and will be for the rest of their life. Number 5, start with what you know. Your current knowledge is enough to begin. You don't need to be an expert at something. A wise person once said to me, John, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You don't have to start to be great, but you have to start. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start before you can be great. You don't have to be a winner when you start, but you have to start so you can become a winner. You don't have to become a winner when you start, but you have to start so you can become a winner. So you don't have to be that, but you have to start, right? That's important. Number 5, guys, start with what you know. Your current knowledge is enough to begin, and that will attract more things in your life that can help you on your journey towards success. Number 6, guys, action clarifies what fear hides. Movement exposes what hesitation conceals. Yes. So when we move, we develop this sense of inner confidence, something that maybe we didn't even think was possible. Okay. Number 7, guys, rise scared if you must. Rise scared if you must. Do things scared if you must. Fear is not a stop sign, it is a signal to grow. If everything was easy, everyone would be doing it. So I want to tell you that you need to rise. You need to sometimes do things while you are fearful. Okay, that's really important. Number 8, guys, daily information and delay feeds doubt. Delay feeds doubt. The longer you wait, the longer fear becomes a problem. The more it festers in you, the more that it gets to you and says, oh, you can't do this. And your body just says, okay, you're right. We can't do this. Okay. So that's an important thing to understand, what that's all about. But I think a lot of people don't understand that. And it's an important thing to understand how that all works. Momentum, number 9. Momentum will always outrun confusion. Movement clears the mental fog that we sometimes get in our head. It happens, right? But it also goes away. So momentum helps us stay on track. Momentum gives us that good feeling to keep doing things. Number 10, guys, hesitation steals clean energy. Overthinking drains your power. Being an engineer, I know myself, I've always been guilty of this, overthinking. We have to know when to stop thinking. Okay? I think that's an important thing to understand, that we have to realize that. And if we realize that, we can see that our life can become a lot easier. Not overnight. Not overnight. But hesitation steals that clean energy right beneath our feet. And overthinking drains your power. So don't get caught in either of these things, because they're just going to trip you up. All right? That's just the real truth. But some people don't want to hear something because everybody feels they're perfect and that they don't need to make changes. I always feel that I can learn. Regardless of how much I already know, I need to always be willing to learn. I think that's an important thing to understand, is that, because if we can understand that, then maybe, just maybe, we'll change our perspectives, and that will affect our lives. Okay. Just maybe. Number 11, guys, small, bold steps change your identity. Consistent action reshapes who you are. I said that doing things and doing them with fear and being scared is better than not doing them. Okay? So you've got to do things and face the fear anyway. The fear is just false evidence appearing real. I mean, that's just the truth. So they said number 11 is small, bold steps change identity. Consistent action reshapes who you are. Similar to like a potter or a glass blower who keeps, reshaping the glass into what he or she wants. Number 12, guys, are you ready for number 12? Sure you can handle number 12? Do not wait for ideal timing. So many of us in life just say, oh, I'll wait. It's not the right time. Perfect moments never come. Perfect moments are illusions. Don't wait. Seize the moment. I want to share one I think that's very interesting, and that is people always say, wait till our ship comes in, right? But what happens is you can actually not have to wait for them. You can swim out to your ship. Right? Don't wait for the ship to come in. And don't wait for a perfect moment, because a perfect moment is never going to come. And then you're going to be frustrated because you're never going to get to where you want to go because of this whole thing. And the whole thing is that you were waiting for that perfect moment, but there never was or will be a perfect moment ever. That's an important thing, guys. Okay. That's a very, very important thing. Very important thing. It's important to understand that. I think if we experience it once, the next time we go back and do it, it's like, oh, wait a minute, it wasn't so bad, right? Number 13, start with trembling hands. It happens. People get scared. People don't have the juxtaposition or the steadiness because they're scared. Action matters more than the confidence. You will build the confidence the more times you do it. You're afraid of speaking? Get up and speak. The more you speak, the more confidence you will build. True story, guys. Did stand-up comedy for a while, and the very first time I got up to do stand-up comedy, it was a nightmare. Now, I love speaking, but stand-up comedy is challenging. You have people in the crowd, let's say, that are not very welcoming to new people. They heckle you, and they hope you'll get off stage, but you have to hold your guns. And I remember being at this open mic night at a professional comedy club. And I remember them heckling me. And rather than almost like breaking down and like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I call them out. I'm like, you're Jim, right? So looks like you can dish it out, but doesn't seem like you can take it back, does it? Number 14. Readiness is open to you, but it's often a myth. Most people never feel ready in their life. They just decide and they move. They decide and they move. But some people never get that flair to get going. And then they're like, well, I'm still waiting for that signal. Yeah, we're not ready anymore. Or that ship has left. Number 15, brave is better than comfortable. I've said you got to get practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable, right? So brave is better than comfortable. Brave is better than comfortable. Having discomfort is where the success starts to lie. That's where it comes in. No games there. Number 16, build confidence by moving. Belief follows action. Belief follows action. Now, it's not the other way around. Action doesn't follow belief. Belief follows the action. So take the action and then you believe. Okay? If you don't take the action, you might get stuck in the belief circle. So take the action and belief will follow. And I think a lot of people new to this are like, well, wait a minute. That can't be the way it works. That is the way it works. It's not gonna feel comfortable, guys. No, not gonna feel comfortable. So that's an important thing for us all to understand. Number 17, go with what is true now. Trust your current clarity. Trust your gut. Even when everything else around you says no, but when your gut says that, trust it. It's probably right. So go with what is true now to you and trust your current level of clarity. You'll be glad you did. Number 18, begin before the crowd understands. Vision comes before validation. Serial entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs always have a vision, but it's not validated yet. The vision will come before the success ever enters the arena. And I think that's a scary thing for a lot of entrepreneurs and serial entrepreneurs who are like, well, you know, I'm not getting that feeling. People aren't buying into me. It's a little lonely being an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur in the beginning, because nobody wants to hold your hand. Nobody wants to support you. Nobody wants to board that plane, that train, right? Or that boat while it's stationary at the dock, on the runway, in the station. They want it to be moving. They want to see that it's actually doing something before they risk their life to get on it. They could get on it when it's stationary, but nah, that's too easy. And you know what? I don't really want to sit and wait. That's what they say. Number 19, guys, direction matters more than the speed. Progress beats perfection. Direction matters more than the speed you're going. If you're going the wrong direction, all right, progress beats perfection. So maybe you're trying to, I don't know, you're trying to learn something new. But if you're taking the path that's easy, you're probably not going to learn anything. I'm just being honest. Number 20, guys, your future is waiting on what? Movement. Nothing changes until you act. Let me say that again. Your future is waiting on movement, and nothing will change in your life until you decide to act. That's an interesting thing, guys. Nothing changes until you decide to act. And acting sometimes can be very lonely because no one's there to support you. But if you want your future to go ahead, take the bold action. Take the step. Number 21, guys, step into the unknown on purpose. Growth requires intentional risk. I'm not saying do haphazard risks, do some calculated risks. And when you step into the unknown with your core being and those values, you will grow. But there is a risk. Number 22, progress is born in uncertainty. Discomfort is part of transformation. I've said this to you. Transformation is a key part of success oftentimes. But uncertainty scares people because they don't really know where they're going to be. Did I make the right choice? It's kind of a gamble. Even though we may not all be gamblers, we're still gambling a little bit. We're taking that calculated risk. But we're measuring it to say, hey, did this get me further? If not, what do I need to do to change? I said to you guys before that if you don't like something, as long as you can measure it, you can change it. And that's the truth. Most people go their entire life and don't ever learn how to measure something. Like, well, that's just how it is. Well, where are the metrics? The what? The metric who? The metrics, the numbers. Number 23, guys, risk reveals your next level. What you avoid is where you must grow. I know that sounds hard for a lot of people. But what you avoid is where you must grow in life. Risk will always reveal your next level. What you avoid is where you must grow. Now, you might not like where you're going to need to grow, but that's where you need to grow. Next time, it will be easier, but the first time it's not, guys. Maybe the first few times it won't be. Number 24. Before I go to number 24, writing a book the first time, I got to tell you, it was not easy. Yes, I've written many times, but this was different. Getting a book ready to be published, it was a lot different than writing articles, guys. It was uncomfortable, but I said, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway because I want to do this. Number 24 now, move even while you're learning. You do not need mastery to begin. I've said this. You don't need to be a master. You don't need to be an expert to begin, but you need to begin so you can become an expert. You don't need to be the expert. You don't need to be the specialist when you start, but you need to start so you can become that specialist, become that expert, become that master. Number 25, guys, waiting will not save you. Sorry, guys, it won't. Delay only postpones results. Well, you know what? I don't feel like doing it today. I'm waiting for it to feel a little more warm and fuzzy. No, that's not happening. You got to go outside sometimes when it's cold, right? Maybe you don't want to do that. But when we are uncomfortable, that's when change starts to set in. Number 26, trust the next right action. Clarity comes one step at a time. One step at a time. I didn't say all at once. I did not say all at once. I didn't say all at once. So that's important. Trust the next right action. Clarity comes one step at a time. Number 27, guys. Rising is a decision first. Commitment creates the momentum. Commitment is your discipline. Your discipline is what forces you to keep doing the momentum. If you're doing exercise, you go, I'm tired. The commitment, the discipline, that's what gets you to keep doing the exercises. Number 28, guys. Be early to your own growth. Do not wait for permission. You don't need to wait for permission. If you wait for permission, chances are you're going to miss the boat, the train, the plane, and it might not be coming back for a while, and it may not ever come back. So when you have a chance to board with your opportunity, board now. As they say in the airplane, the last call for boarding on flight X is now. Will you board or will you wait behind for what may happen or what may not ever happen? Number 29, guys, start now. Adjust later. Progress beats perfection. I've said this before. Progress beats perfection. If we keep making a little bit of progress, that's much better than saying we're perfect. Okay? Number 30, guys, rise before you feel ready. Your next level begins with your choice of decisions that you make. Rise before you're ready. Take the call. Take the action. Make the decision that will lead you to taking the action right now. Not later, not tomorrow, not next week, not this month, the ending, not this quarter, not the end of this year. Now. And I remember a wise person who would go down from his penthouse every day, and he would say something very interesting. He would say, do it now. Because if you don't do it now, you allow your body to just accept the fact that there is no urgency. When we create an urgency, we must react. We must react. So rise before you feel ready. Your next level begins with your choice of decisions. Other people may not be ready for you. That's okay. Do it anyway. You may not feel you're ready. Do it anyway. Get my point? When you create the level of urgency, it's like your body says, all right, I guess I have to do this. Right? I think that's an important thing to understand, that we have to understand that one whole concept. That's an important concept that most people will never get. And the reason they don't get it is because they don't understand the sense of urgency is now. You might say, John, what's the urgency? What's the rush? I have no rush. Once you believe there's no urgency, there's no rush, you'll just keep letting time slip past you. And you'll miss the opportunities that could be right under your fingers. You'll let them slip through them. And that's hard, I know, for a lot of people here that are probably watching or listening to this. And I say that to you because Most of you want to sit on the couch. Most of you want to feel good. You want to be comfortable. Success is not sitting on the couch, guys. Success is not being comfy in bed. That's not success. Okay? Every feeling you do can't be comfortable. You've got to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Does that make sense to all of you? If it does, then I hope you will choose to start taking these actions. I'm not saying that you have to move the entire space planet tomorrow, but I am saying to take some small, deliberate actions every single day of your life. Hopefully, you're getting that. If, ladies and gentlemen, this message resonated or connected with you in any way, please make the choice as soon as this show is over to take action right now, today. No more excuses. Do one thing you have been delaying for so long. Progress is not built in waiting. It is built in action, movement. The moment you decide, that flip moment that you decide to act, everything in your life begins to shift in your favor. Everything. The whole idea of waiting, put your brain in a state like, okay, I guess it's not time yet. And then you keep waiting for some big signal, and then you miss the small signal, and then it goes right past you. You do not need to feel ready, guys. You need to be willing. Your future is not waiting for perfection. It is waiting for your courage to come to the surface. For more insights, inspiration, and strategies to elevate your life, please visit believemeachieve.com. Ladies and gentlemen, your next chapter of your life starts now. So the only question I have for all of you is, if you can make the choice to change your life right now, why are you procrastinating and making excuses to not do it? Remember, success starts where it becomes uncomfortable. Have a great one, everyone, and be well.